That shit was more staged than a Tyler Perry production of Medea Runs for President. I lived in Harlem long enough to know that gunshots do not sound like making popcorn on the stove. Pop, pop, pop. Where'd the blood come from? So in theater, in movies, they have what's called blood pellets.
I'm not going to keep entertaining this idiot, man. This lady, I got this information on X from an account called by Dom Luker, so you guys can check him out, Breaker of Narratives. And I want to thank him for that information, for this video right here. But this lady, she's an actress known for her role in Insecure, and her name is Amanda Seales. But how do you come out and say some outlandish stuff? I'm really trying to be polite here. Some outlandish stuff, right? Like what she just said, to say that it was staged. And that's not the first person I've heard say that. I mean, not that I've heard it from them directly, but that's not the first time I've heard this story, which tells me that the liberals, at least, are starting to come up with a story that is plausible enough to sell to the public, because they know that with what just happened, as long as Trump can stay alive, he just won the election. There's nobody that's not going to look at what just happened and know that the left is up to something and that things need to change. Nobody. So what do? The only thing they can do is to either, and I hate to say this because it bothers me to know that I've been right about this situation, but to then come out and say that the only thing they can do at this point is to finish the job. It's really hard for me to admit that, but it's not a lie. The other thing that they can hope to do is to make it look like Trump is the one that staged this. So you've got this actress, and why is she? I've never heard of her. So, and I watch a lot of movies, man. So she's literally a nobody, at least to me, and I'm a nobody too. So not that that matters, but like, you're literally gonna sit up here and say that you've never heard gunfire. You're from Harlem. I mean, you've never heard gunfire sound like that. It's kind of funny how you're the only one who has never heard gunfire sound like that, but yeah, you've got the cojones to come out and try to say that that wasn't real gunfire. Well, you may have been in Harlem, but you obviously don't know what guns sound like, because I don't even know why I'm trying to justify this or why I'm trying to defend the fact that that was anything other than gunfire. But then she goes on to say that where'd the blood come from? He got shot. It came from his ear where he got shot. Blood pellets. The blood that you saw coming down was coming down to his mouth. It wasn't coming out. Again, I don't even know why I'm sitting here trying to defend this. The last thing we need is idiots like this. And yes, I'm calling her. If you got the gall to come out here and try to say this was staged, and that's the other thing. If you believe that this is staged, and there's a picture, and maybe I should have posted it here, of they slowed it down. They caught the bullet that whizzed by his head. Are you really going to trust a 20-year-old to fire shots from what I believe, or what they're saying was an M16 rifle, to not actually kill you if your intent is to try to win the presidency? And then the other thing to take into consideration is Trump is already winning. There's not they have to come up with some other divisive strategy in order for them to try to beat Trump. But why would you do something like that if you were already winning, which he was? See, the more plausible theory is that there was a setup and that it was quote unquote staged, but not the way that you wanted to. Not because the gunfire was fake, not because there were blood pellets involved, but because somebody set that up. And you guys can check out my other videos to get my plausible theories with actual evidence, instead of just making stuff up, for why I believe that there is at the very least a bigger story than what they're telling us right now. And I will keep you guys up to date with more information as we get it. Again, I hope they don't take these videos down because they just chose to, because I am doing my best to be objective with the information that I am getting. I don't want to believe that our government is so corrupt that they are willing to do something like this just to keep themselves in a position of power. We have, again, we have reason to believe that that's what's happened in the past, but you would hope that we would have grown up and evolved since that time. And apparently, there's strong reasons to believe that we have not. You guys have a great rest of your day. And again, I will update you guys as soon as I have more information. Have a great one. And again, if you guys just do me a favor, if you guys enjoyed this content at least, hit the like, subscribe, and follow button so that you can receive all the latest updates as soon as I can make them available to you. Have a good one.